All right. Joseph, we'll take a look at you, and we don't need to be on the church map for this.
So it's not going to get one up.
Or maybe it's already been blown up.
Well,
Well, not for
shit.
2 weeks.
All right, I'm going to go take my dog out now.
Okay. Your ghoul, whenever Joseph returns, is apparently in some sort of... She's sort of slouched. She's positioned herself against the podium in the main room of the church. We just got this delivered. This. All of this. There's a lengthy notice, which your ghoul shared briefly whenever you're at Astoria Estates, has read out to you, comprising of the initial information she shared. Now, from what you sort of remember in your dealings, the haranguings and everything that you've gone through, sort of how the whole condemnation things goes is first, people end up reporting about it, a violation to, the council or whoever oversees these things. An inspector ends up going out, writes up an inspection report. The owner of the establishment or the building or whatever gets served with the enforcement order, basically detailing all the things that have to be fixed. There's another inspection, and the violations persist. Then the building's condemned after a hearing. Well, apparently we skipped point A to point Z, because what you have here is a straight up outright, signs are on the outside on the exterior of the church, outright just straight condemning this building altogether. Um, there's also the city inspectors named as Houston Pieklo, who you don't, the name doesn't ring a bell at all. Apparently, he responded to the initial concern that the building might be in violation of health and safety codes. He apparently took quite a look around the place. It's listed here back in February. You definitely don't remember this. He took pictures, a lot of pictures, and they're there for you to stare at. Hundreds of pictures of various features all throughout your church. Some of them totally legit and displaying, say, a hole there in the church wall where Germain's vehicle, might have smashed into it, or, a crack in a pillar whenever Leslie Cutter punched through it. And some of them look very visually and thematically similar to your church, only these superior quality and high detail photographs must have been doctored in some fashion, because they're detailing all sorts of horrific health and safety violations. No fire extinguishers, wiring hanging out in the middle of nowhere, an entire hive of rats. The list of details and concrete materials and photographs and investigation by Mr. Pieklo and the citations for which the codes these violations goes on and on. There was, of course, the whole citing of the fact that this information was brought to, the proprietor of this establishment's attention. These violations were not fixed after a second investigation, apparently, just this past Monday. And the Flushing Council, in response to this overwhelming flow of data, has decided to condemn the building. And there is a total of 2 weeks left. And apparently they're going straight to the whole bulldozing thing.
Well then, for the moment, Joseph's going to be professional. He's going to going to first make sure Rain's okay, pick her up. Well, have Craig pick her up because he can't. Um, put her down somewhere where she's comfortable. Make sure that she's okay. After that, um, he's going to have Craig gather up um make sure all the documents, all the doctor photos are set up, and so he has all that, and then he's going to um, this Pierre guy going to try to see if he can find out anything he can about him, phone number, place of residence, all of that stuff.
This inspector here, who covers the whole downtown Flushing area, Houston Pieklo, he definitely does have contact information, and along the way stressing on numerous incidents that, he offered this information freely, because he wanted to help fix these health and safety hazards, because as a church here, it's an important part of the community. It's a shame that this had to happen. There's definitely a phone number provided. Assumedly a work number.
Yeah, probably go online and see if there's also any kind of residents listed. I know that these city officials are appointed city officials are public knowledge. I'd see if there's something listing his anywhere that I can get in contact with him face to face.
Well, it definitely does seem like the best place to do that might be the whole like Flushing, neighborhood, council building that's located within downtown Flushing, where the not the government officials basically would be to collect, for a better environment and improving the community and everything. It has his name not listed as any of those who has an office there. Coming to look at it, go ahead and give me some sort of see, you're doing a computer thing. How about a perception plus investigation, difficulty 6, while you're using ye old computer? Because you know how to work a search engine. That's a success. Yeah, doesn't seem like his name is listed on any sort of like where you could go to contact him or set up a meeting or like a name of a secretary or something. It's just that number. That it's all in all those documents that you got. Apparently, the name isn't referred to at all on any official web pages for the government.
Well, that is very awkward. What time is it?
You're looking at, by the time you got it's close to midnight. You're looking at a few minutes shy.
I'll give him a call.
Okay. It goes straight to voicemail. You've reached the office phone
I'll
of...
just, as soon as a voicemail starts up, I'll just hang up.
Okay. You hang up.
I don't even want to hear. I don't even want to. Oh, fuck. That said, Joseph's running on the idea that it's someone actually actively fucking with him. What's next? Honestly don't know. I guess it's something I can have Joseph try to do, see if he knows, reverse phone number lookup. I don't know when those sites actually started popping up to become common enough to do.
You can star 69. That's been around forever, pretty much.
I remember Star 69 as a kid, yeah.
That'll give address? I actually want to meet face to face.
They wouldn't give an address, though. No.
Right. Star 69, I don't mind. I forget the what you call them, but attaching an address to a phone number. I guess I can. Oh no, Yellow Pages probably won't do anything. He'll pull out a phone book and start flipping through and see if he can possibly find something. No, because Yellow Pages doesn't give addresses. I don't know why I even thought about that.
There's the white pages. If you're looking for a particular individual, of course, the white pages for 20 million people in the metropolitan area.
Yeah, that said, if his thing's not listed on the site, I doubt it's in the white pages.
Yeah, there might be something at the realty office. Maybe more information just because they handle that. I don't know.
Yeah, but realty office doesn't have anything. It's in Astoria. It doesn't come over here to Flushing.
Yeah, but they might have a database or something. I mean, there's, I can't remember the name of it, that realtors use, and you might be able to do a lookup of stuff like that.
Yeah, Evelyn might have something. I'll give a call to Evelyn.
Okay, well, there's certainly something like that Joseph could be put into contact with if he was trying to look up more detailed information about that, sure. But he'd have to go back to Astoria.
Well, he's gonna call Evelyn, because I guess he can probably look it up himself once he's over there. Well, it's back to Astoria then. He's gonna spend the entire night riding in car. You know what? No, he's gonna take public transportation. Craig has stuff to do with categorizing this and making sure Craig knows absolutely everything about this.
Okay. Byron was up to relaxing, trying to get his bite on, I know. So, suppose we can have you little vampires you were going to be drinking make one of your respective hunting rolls.
All right,
Okay.
we'll do.
We'll say difficulty 3 for Byron, difficulty today it's 3 for David, and difficulty nothing for Marcus.
I love difficulty nothing things.
And it can be of whatever combination of, your attribute and your skill or talent or knowledge that you prefer.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
wits plus subterfuge.
Yeah, mine is just charisma and empathy. He's gonna be milking it since he's got some burns on it. He's gonna give sob stories and get girls that way. How long does he do this for?
I'll go ahead and just have you make one roll for the moment. I don't know how long he's hunting.
Okay, I succeeded on that, so I got 2 points. I just didn't know how long it took the other guys because he'd come up to the same time period as at least David Green and Marcus.
Marcus is going to try to hunt twice, and...
Oh, you're only hunting once now. Only hunting once now.
Okay, he's going, but he's looking for people who don't look, amazingly drunk.
All right,
So-
you can do that.
After this first hour of hunting, it's about, 1 a.m.?
It will be about that. Go ahead and hunt again, Byron, since you did have extra time. Peas. Okay, you're fine. What did you want to do after you hunted once? David Green?
I was going to hunt again and then swing by the gangrel for another lesson in Protean.
Okay. Joseph, you arrive at Astoria Estates. This one's going to be a bit more of a complex sort of database for you to get your hand on. Go ahead and give me an intelligence plus computer skill at difficulty 4. All right, 3 successos. You use the thing quite well. Not having used it before, you still manage to handle it. Not a single damn record of Mr. Houston Pieklo.
Good, then it probably won't be too much of a problem when I kill him. After I get this sorted out. Fuck, I don't know where to go from here.
You could come hang out with Mark partying.
There is a coterie. You don't have to be alone.
You don't have to be the fish alone. You can come be with Marcus and enjoy your unlife.
Oh, but he hates everybody. After last session, oh my gosh.
No, at the moment, he can't imagine how the others would help him. Not off the top of his head. So until I hit a point, which is probably now, where I can't think of absolutely anything to do, he'll try to be handling it on his own. Yeah, and I can't think of absolutely anything to do. So he'll start with Byron and call him up.
Byron is just enjoying himself, relaxing after the traumatizing events, and he gets a phone call.
Yeah, Byron would have headed to Evelyn's apartment for lack of anywhere else to go. And so he'll answer.
Hey, Byron. Someone's fucking with me.
Oh, what happened?
Ooh.
Someone's put up condemned notices on the church, and it looks like it's official, but the guy who's supposed to be in charge of it doesn't show up on any databases or anything like that.
Huh. Well, looks like someone might be trying to kick us out of our homes for whatever reason, put us in disarray.
Yeah, that said, a lot of the stuff's also doctored. Uh, so at least I've got that going for me. Um, that said, have we tapped much of the... Oh, fuck, we did. Damn. Now I'm not happy.
The Majestic.
Yeah. Fuck. Who the hell thought that was a good idea?
I still think it's a good idea.
It is a good idea. Just have supported it. Um... Fuck. So if there's I'll have Craig. I'll leave the information with Evelyn. If there's anything you can do to help me with this, I know you've got your own shit to deal with, but if on this side, it would be a real fucking help.
Yeah, sure. I'm just here at Evelyn's now. I've really got nothing more to do. Evelyn's here. I'm just going to say she's there. And I can definitely get her started on looking up your condemnation notice. That's definitely something that she has some experience with. So maybe she can track it down from a different angle than you did.
Yeah. Okay. I'll call up the other two and inform them. I'm not sure what they can do to help, but I at least want them know to be on the loop that it appears to be something organized at this moment. Because for both of these to hit on the same day is...
Right. Yeah, I don't believe in coincidence either. Yeah, well, thanks for the call. I'll get back to you if we find anything. I guess there's nothing else. Hope we can get this sorted out.
Yeah, okay, thanks. Bye.
Bye.
From there, Joseph will call up Marcus next.
What up?
Hey, so it appears to be some kind of organized shit going down because I just got condemnation notices on my church.
I mean, a lot does happen at your church, but nothing that would condemn it.
Yeah, a lot of
I
the
mean, with that
evidence
investment.
appears... Yeah, a lot of the evidence appears to be faked. And it's happened on the same day as this fire, so I am not believing accident or just coincidence. That said, if there's anything you can do, I'm not really asking it. If you want to throw in help, I can't imagine how you could. Not saying that you can't. I can't think of anything I can ask for you of it. I'm just making you aware of it at this point.
If I think of something, I'll do, man.
Okay, thank you. Bye. And then call up David.
Has he gotten to the park in Brooklyn yet?
No.
Yeah.
This seems to be something organized against the coterie. I just got condemnation notices on my church. It appears to be faked evidence, and it appears to be a rapidly sped up version of what should have happened.
Huh. You got a backup, David?
No, I can figure out something. Uh, I already informed Byron of it and Evelyn, and they're helping. If there's at this point, it's just informing you. With the same thing happening it's happening on the same day as the fire. I am not believing this. Either of these are just bad luck at this point. That said, there's nothing I can think of to ask you for help. It's just informing you at this point. Check out after your own haven, all that stuff.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, bye.
Click.
From there, Joseph is I don't know. I guess rolling down to the office to see if he can find anything there. The fuck, what would be called the building, the place that the guy's office, where it would be, where it should be.
Did you know that you still have 3 points of aggravated damage?
Yes, he's gonna. That's gonna take a long time to heal.
Well, I mean, 3 nights if you eat enough.
Yeah, he can gorge. He's hesitant to do that because he's hesitant to go eating outside of his haven.
Sure, Joseph can definitely roll back to downtown Flushing from Astoria, yeah, and, definitely, whenever you're getting into the 1 a.m. territory, this shit, all the municipal buildings are gonna be on lockdown here. Definitely not gonna be any form of activity at all. Might be a few security guards. No one's gonna be working at this time.
This seems oddly familiar to me somehow.
Which of the horribly fucked up events that ended up with us nearly dying are you talking about? That said,
He's referring to the one where he had a mini session by himself and ended up getting recorded and noted on video evidence.
Just first thing is to look around and see if it's open to if it's I doubt it's open at this point.
Give me a perception plus larceny at difficulty 6, please. And if you don't have larceny, those courses, alright, no, this building's, not open to the public right now at 1 in the morning. Normally, yeah, public people could come in.
Yeah, it's gonna be closed at any time that I would want to go there anyways. It'll close before nightfall and it'll open up after sunrise. There's no way I'm getting in there during that time. Okay, while he's still a decent bit away, hood up. Fuck, gotta go somewhere and buy gloves.
Okay, Joseph goes somewhere and buys gloves.
Okay. Once he's got gloves on, going to hood up, obfuscate, and basically go to see if there's anyone that's nearby an entrance or something.
Give me a perception plus alertness at difficulty 6. No, doesn't look like, there's anyone milling about. I mean, these municipal buildings tend to be pretty well lit on the outside, and it's several stories tall, and you got windows. They're not on the first floor, but they're on the other floors. No foot traffic outside. Doesn't even seem like any vehicular traffic is currently passing by here. Doesn't look like any sort of guardsmen are walking out on the exterior of the building at all.
Okay, then he'll just keep his hood up, so his strings like basically drawn to the point where he can just see out of it. Just completely hiding his face as much as possible, and just basically stand out front, waiting for someone to go in or out, obfuscated, of course.
Okay. Just as doing that, how much did Marcus or Byron, wish to do anything more over the course of this morning?
Byron is just going to be at Evelyn's. He'll try to, if Evelyn's up and wants to help, he'll try to help her with looking into the condemnation of the church. If not, he'll wake up Evelyn, get some direction. He'll try to muddle through at whatever computer program she has.
She'll be wired, and she'll definitely be awake, primarily out of her concern for Byron. She will be fatigued, but in getting the information that Craig might hand over, did Craig do that, Sean? Or does he still have the information at Flushing Queens? Okay.
I forgot to mention that, but I would intend to call up Craig and tell him to give everything he can to Evelyn and Byron. Anything they ask for.
Okay, so Evelyn's going to say that with all the official documents as assigned through various points over the course of apparently this investigation and the 2 inspections, the thing looks pretty damn airtight. The best course of action, to go through anything is to get... And these 5 names listed are part of the council who ultimately ended up ruling to condemn the building. And I'll go ahead and provide those in the map tool, as I did with Houston's name. That's Humberto Helfer, Santiago Trujillo, Tammy Schrack, Marlene Marcario, and Leanna Nolson. Those 5 unanimously voted in agreement after reviewing all of the detailed information as provided by the city inspector to agree that condemning this church was the best course of action, as its owner failed to respond to any of the demands as required by the city. In essence, if you wanted to get the condemnation notice lifted, unless you wanted to try to somehow make the church a national or historic site, of preservation, some noteworthiness and importance to the city, the best way would be to get at least a majority of the council to change its mind. Beyond that, case looks absolutely airtight with the evidence provided. Regardless of whether it might be doctored or not, all the signed and notarized forms do have all of the council members' signatures on them.
Yeah, Byron will sigh at hearing the news, and he'll say, "Thanks for looking it up. It's kind of what I thought." And he'll give Joseph a call.
I'm going to assume that Joseph doesn't exactly have his phone on anything. He might even have it on silent at this point if he's standing right outside a door.
Yeah, it's on silent. It said he'll be checking it fairly often, so...
Okay, well then eventually you will end up noticing that Byron had called.
Okay, then he'll back off and give a back.
Okay.
Yeah, Byron would have left a message, too, to the effect, and he would have listed the 5 names, and you don't even need to call him back unless you want to, because all the information would have been in there.
That said, he probably would anyways.
Okay, so Byron will pick up and say, "Hey, did you get my message?"
Yeah, so it looks like can overturn this if we can convince probably the whole council that something fucked up something fucked up happened here. I probably still said that wrong.
So not the whole one, as Byron and Evelyn will point out, simply the majority. So 3 of the 5 names.
Right, yeah, Byron was gonna. I was about to have Byron say that. He said we only need 3.
Yeah, that said, Joseph will still be trying to convince the whole council. He wants to be able to kill the guy afterwards and all of that stuff. A little bit mad right now. Fuck. It's got a brain today. If you can work on this, I'm seeing about looking into if this guy has an office that we can that I can look at. At this point, it's probably a bust for the night. I need to go feed. Yeah, if you want to, I can do it. You've done a great help to me already. I'll look into it and I'll see about calling you up if I need help convincing them.
Sure thing. I'll be available just about good as new tomorrow or the next day for sure. Next night, I guess.
Okay. And Joseph will hang up and then go home and look up information on these people.
That is certainly definitely possible. They are all listed. They all, in some form or another, respected members of the community who have distinguished themselves basically through selfless service. You have Humberto, the philanthropist, who has, former oil magnate, whose origins were apparently here, where he grew up, and he cares so much about the community that he actually does devote his time towards paying attention and hearing concerns and caring for the well-being of others. You have Santiago Trujillo, former teacher. Tammy Schrack is a former principal as well as administrator of a school district. Marlene Marcario. I'm sure that's nothing important. Don't pay attention to that, Grimith. There's a noise happening in the background. Marlene Marcario, she has a doctorate in sort of sociology, and she pays attention to whole sorts of like people studies and things. She made a career out of that. And Leanna Nolson, she's actually turns out to be a dentist. Turns out, information for them just ends up being respected members of the community.
Okay, that said, I'm assuming he has numbers there. He'll leave a very similar message on all of them to the let me see. Let me plan this out. Give me a moment to think. This is concerning the condemnation of the name of the church. They're there seems to have been a problem with the owner of the church having been made aware of these problems, and he is very eager to rectify anything that may have been wrong with the church, and to give a call to his number sometime after 7 p.m. to set up a meeting. And basically being cordial, very nice about it. He doesn't think that he thinks that these people have been duped. He's almost certain that they've not seen the full extent of what's gone on. And he genuinely wants to set up something to say, hey, look, this is not what it looks like. Half this evidence is fucking faked, which should be enough for you to at least put a stop to the immediate bulldozing of the place.
Okay, go ahead and give me a charisma plus etiquette at difficulty 6.
Enchanting voice fly?
Well, they are voice messages.
Couple of points.
How many successes is that? Just straight up 2?
2.
Alright.
Yeah, 2.
Alright, all 5 voicemail messages have been left.
Then, if there's time left in the night, he needs to go feeding. He has to heal these injuries.
Okay. Is Joseph trying to contact a member of the herd, or delving out into downtown Flushing? Or rather, the area around this church.
One member of the herd, and for the rest, hunting.
Okay. We'll go ahead and roll for the herd first. In that case, just a straight-up willpower roll. Difficulty 6.
That's a success.
All right. And I assume you're only drinking 2. Now, how is Joseph going to go about the process of hunting here? I know how the others would, because they've done it so many other times, but Joseph usually doesn't go out and play.
Looking for someone he can talk to, and then basically anyone out on the streets. He's a face in the community, at least, something in the community, and even if someone doesn't recognize him, he is extremely well spoken. So anyone he can talk to and just sort of help anyone walking down the street that he can talk to long enough to get somewhere where he can be alone with them. That said, he's doing it under the guise of talking to them about the condemnation of the church and trying to raise awareness of the church having done great help for the community. It's a church and all. It's even if he's not actively been pursuing help there. It's a church that has its doors open most of the time for anyone to come in and talk. And so he's going to be doing it under the guise of just talking to them until they're somewhere private.
Okay. Let's say normal difficulty is 6. It's your domain, so it's 4, but it's really early in the morning, so it's back up to 6. But it'll be a charisma plus empathy roll, and you have an enchanting voice, so right back down. That's a success there for the first hour of hunting, and you've got it for the second as well.
That was a willpower roll.
Ah, yes. Yes. The second time hunting appears to just be a failure. You weren't able to find anyone who was alone, given how early it is in the morning.
That said, he got a lot more blood than he normally would have, so he's happy.
I feel happy! Think I'll go for a walk.
Yeah, that's it, I think.
Okay. Marcus, if you wanted to do any more hunting, go ahead and put your blood pool back up. I'll have you roll, let's see, charisma plus empathy, we'll say. 1 time, a difficulty 2. Due to your great fame and wild success with the ladies. There you go, you're a winner. And David, after he finishes in Prospect Park, is he just going to go back to his haven?
Actually, with hearing what, well, yes, but with hearing what has been going on with Joseph, it's, what, going on 3 a.m. now? 4?
Yeah, we'll say that.
He's going to go back to his haven tonight. But he's going to make sure that everything is locked down tight, even the interior doors that don't normally get locked.
Everything is locked and tight.
And then nap time.
Okay. And the sun rises on Thursday, March 19th, 1998. And then 12 hours pass, and the sun sets on Thursday, March 19th, 1998. You got about 4 hours afterwards, roughly around 10-ish p.m., The four of you wonderful individuals awaken, spending a point of blood in the process to arise. If there are any aggravated injuries you wish to heal, you must spend an additional 5 points of blood.
All right, Byron does so. That leaves him with 3 out of 15. So first thing on the agenda is going to be feeding for him tonight.
You're still on the Astoria Estates map? Interesting.
Yeah. I was just about to copy and paste them out there. So. Or I'll just go edit that one, actually.
In that case, the world is your oyster. For starters, we'll go ahead and focus on the Malkavian, because he matters the most right now. Joseph hasn't gotten a call back for any sort of meeting with any of the council members. Perhaps, they see it unto themselves where they have their own scheduled hours, and, they reviewed the information, and whoever was the owner of this church land had plenty of time to get in contact with them prior and simply failed to do so. Or it could be an overall snub and they could all be ghouls and you might have to kill every single one of them.
Without a single getting back to, that's a very real possibility of it at this point. Not the ghouls, just the kill.
Right.
They're snubbing me. I must have to kill them all.
No callback from like a secretary or, even one of the individuals of the five or anything, expressing any sort of idea to like get together. Maybe they feel that any window on that opportunity sailed, it's a big city, big neighborhood, plenty of people to oversee.
And, basically fuck yourself.
Once he's got all ready and everything, immediate trip to the office to see, hey, maybe there's someone late at night hanging around.
Okay. You other three over there in Astoria, of course, as I said, you all awaken. What would you like to do?
Not have Haven get burned down.
Call everyone to see their havens got burned down.
You calling Byron first?
No. Calling Marcus, then Byron, then Joseph.
Ring, motherfucker!
When did Byron change my ringtone?
Oh yeah, Byron doesn't have his Macarena anymore. Dang it.
Hey, everything go okay?
Yeah, as far as I know. I'm still here. Entire building's still here. Everything's here.
Alright. Good. Click.
Pick.
And then Byron.
Hey, I'm just about to head out. I gotta get some food. What's up?
O'Malley's place still intact?
Yeah, everything's hunky-dory here. Nothing much happened. I think you should probably give Joseph a call. I was looking into some matters for him pertaining to the church. I don't know how much he told you about it, but I don't know. He might need your investigative abilities on that. I don't know.
Yeah, alright. Click. And then ringing up Joseph.
Joseph's getting
Hello.
rung up before he's heading to the office, yep.
Hello.
Your church still intact?
For the next 2 weeks, it appears. Well, 13 days.
Okay.
Yeah. Bye.
Click.
So,
what's...
Marcus.
Yeah! The whole thing about my thing not burning down.
What's up,
Can it happen,
buddy?
right?
What you doing?
I was gonna go put on a show.
Wow. As it turns out, there is a loud, brutish knock at the door. The voice you recall hearing sometime about the time where you initially decided to get this place. Marcus! Your, sounds like the brutish, thuggish voice of the landlord and proprietor of this respectable establishment.
I'll look to the eye hole and make sure it's him.
Looks like Jackie Hyler. You're pale and pasty and balding and wrinkled and sort of wearing a muscle shirt even though he has no business doing so, and sort of blue jeans with stains on them. Sort of squinting his eyes back at the peephole as if he knows you're back there. He has some papers in his hand.
I'll open the door. What is it?
This is for you, and he extends something right out, basically trying to slap it in your hand. Making too much of a ruckus with your noise. Tenants are complaining. Also, you smell. Your room smells like shit. We don't want you living in here anymore. You're out. What he's handing you is an eviction notice. Which is reason for citations include posing a health and safety risk, as well as violating the rights of other tenants. Also extends a pen. You need to sign a receipt.
You mean I'm the health hazard when there's a crazy cat lady living down the hallway?
Look, Marcus, just sign the damn thing already.
Fine.
Alright, as soon as you sign the receipt for it, he leaves the rest of the information for you and takes receipt in the pen and snorts his head. Fucking punk bastard, he actually mutters. But despite it being under his breath, Marcus is clearly capable of hearing with his heightened senses, and Jackie Hyler walks away.
I'm gonna look. Do I have the paperwork that says why I was kicked up?
Yeah. Now, how the eviction notice stuff ends up working, well, actually, Marcus probably wouldn't know that.
Well, Marcus is gonna look through the papers to see if anything jumps out at him. Nothing is gonna jump out at him. Just gonna like, well, this is.
I mean, there's also, of course, the idea that, you can take action by, it lists the date
User
for,
in your channel timed out.
Oh, goodness. Who did that? Oh, he's not important. Basically, you have the opportunity to, do something about this until, March 23rd, 1998. You can take action by which to basically, clean up your act, stop playing your fucking shitty music, make sure the place isn't a goddamn biohazard, apparently, went through the whole paperwork. Obviously, the whole process, he might have very well, spoken with an attorney, provided it with the court, and you could go through a whole rigmarole to do it, or you could just simply move out. Not like you like the guy anyway, right?
I mean, he's a fucking ass. He's been an ass for the last 10 years. I mean, I'm guessing I'm gonna call someone like. Does it tell me when I have to get out of the apartment?
March 30th.
So I've got a while.
Yeah, it's currently Thursday 19th, so you've got 11. You've got technically 10 nights, because on the 11th night they're going to come in and you're a vampire, and then bad things might happen to them.
Yeah, I mean, the only person I'd probably call about this would be David, but yeah, I'm gonna be like, I'll call Byron up and be like, hey Byron,
Yeah.
you're not gonna believe this, but I just got evicted from my apartment for playing my music too loudly, among other things.
Huh. I'm guessing you don't play your music too loudly.
I normally play my music in my apartment, ever.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just seems like more of
I'm
the
usually
same.
out of the apartment.
Yeah. So they're basically kicking all of us out of our havens, it looks like. And who knows where that Nosferatu lives, but I bet if they could find it, they're going to find a way to kick him out too. And I don't know who they is.
Yeah, I'm saying I might need someone's help moving my shit out.
Yeah, well, our company definitely has movers on. We have numbers, so I can get Evelyn to set that up for you whenever you. Where do you want to go?
I've got a couple of days. I'm looking at finding a new place, so don't worry about it until then.
All right, just give Evelyn a call with the details.
Always the Majestic.
Hey, there's an idea.
This is why I get paid the big bucks to storytell.
User was
by the
moved
way,
to your channel.
you're faster than me. Anyways, just
Could
telling you right now.
could you kick me from the server? I can't seem to connect.
Sure.
I'm gonna need a quick AFK, like a couple
fine.
minutes.
I booted you. It's fine. We already had your phone call, so Marcus can call David.
He's gonna call David now. He's gonna be like, David.
Yeah.
I can't believe this, but I just got evicted from my apartment for playing my music loudly and being a public health hazard, apparently.
Huh, that really might be targeting our sanctums. So, you want that boat then?
I was actually thinking we have another place. I mean, I know the Majestic is like condemned, rundown building, but you know, someone could live in there for a while.
I mean, I guess so. I thought that we were going to be renovating it during the day soon, though.
I don't know.
Still, I mean, we're not renovating it right now, as long as you're out by the time that we are. No harm, no foul, right?
Pretty much. I mean, probably gonna need you to come and like splice in some amenities, maybe.
Yeah, sure, no problem. You need any help bring your stuff there?
I've got a couple days, but I've got like 11 days before I have to get out, so we don't have to do it tonight.
Ah, fair enough. No big deal then.
Just wanted to call you and say, hey, they're coming after me.
Right, I'll need to review some footage then. Thanks for the heads up.
And with that in mind, Mark is actually going to check out the Majestic and actually, you know, walk around it, the burnt-out husk of a building, I guess, wherever's left, whatever it is.
Okay. Now, when David said check out footage, what did he mean by that, Aaron?
Well, David has all kinds of cameras spread all throughout, and a couple outside of hidden his sanctum. The one that he really cares about at the moment is the hidden one right outside his front door. He's going to review today's footage to see if anyone's been poking around his door today.
Okay. Let's see. You're in the process of that. Joseph arrives at the office building, and it definitely seems as if they closed up. I mean, by the time you get here, it's like around maybe 10:20 after you finish cleaning up and your phone calls and everything, and apparently that's just too far into the future for, these lickstick bastards.
Well then, I guess it's, again, hood up and, look around.
Okay, give me another perception plus alertness at difficulty 6. It's a new night. Okay, well, there's definitely no activity outside, but Joseph manages to notice through his thin peephole of hoodie that, every now and then, a light does flash against the window as if someone's using a flashlight while walking in the building. Probably security in there.
Okay, then he's going to go ahead and, near one of the front doors or something, he's going to go, make sure his gloves are on, make sure everything's covered. He's going to, every minute or so, maybe every half minute, just tap the glass, step to the side, and immediately obfuscate.
Okay.
He's just waiting for a guard to come and see what the fuck's going on.
Tap the glass. 2-3 minutes pass. No one pops out. Maybe they're listening to music in there.
Okay, then he's gonna smack the door and then immediately step to the side and obfuscate. Same thing.
Okay. One takes about 30 seconds, and you definitely do see a beam of light that's apparently coming through the glass doors. And eventually they do end up getting pushed open. You hear a young man's voice. Hello? Beam flashes to the left, to the right.
He's gonna try to step in unnoticed with the guy.
Okay, give me a dexterity plus stealth at difficulty 6. To avoid of making noises. Peas. Okay. Joseph manages to find enough clearance that he slips into the building while the young guard is looking curiously around, and you end up seeing him shake his head. Must be the wind. Closes the door.
Now as far as he's concerned, he's got a free reign of the place. He's gonna keep his hood up, make sure his face can't be seen unless there's cameras embedded in the floor, which there probably is now that I mentioned it.
No, I wouldn't retcon a building design.
And just look for any of those 6 names, any information, or information desk where he might be able to find information on those 6 names.
Sure. Give me a perception plus investigation at difficulty 4. That is 3 successes at difficulty 4. Definitely the 5 council members do gather here. This is where they actually have their, Flushing council meetings to basically review things. In regards to any sort of directory information about the city inspector at all, nothing. No sort of any knowledge at all pertaining to Houston Pieklo.
Okay, so he's going to go ahead and go and check to see if the offices are locked.
Offices are locked.
And he saw that coming. Um, I don't have any tools on. He doesn't have any tools on him, but can he try to pick the lock?
How?
I don't know. I don't know how to pick locks.
Say if
Unless,
go ahead.
unless you have something to provide tension, like a screwdriver, a tension wrench, or something like that, and some sort of hooked, narrow piece of metal to serve as a pick, you're fucked.
Well, he can look around for them. He has larceny 1, I think.
Sure, I had David roll something like this whenever he was looking for sort of lockpick type things. Give me a perception plus larceny at difficulty 8.
Yeah, David was going to try to use that air conditioning unit blade as a card to open up the door. That turned out great.
I like the part where that was a good idea.
But yeah, he's probably looking for a screwdriver and a paperclip, bare minimum.
That's 1 success.
Okay, you could, there are definitely enough paper clips around here, the city council, you could attempt to improvise a lock, but it's going to be a much more difficult larceny roll for the cursor. You're probably looking at well, it's not that difficult for the lock. You're still saying a dexterity plus larceny at difficulty 8.
He'll drop an extra blood into dexterity before doing it.
Okay. Somehow the Malkavian manages to, this must not have been a very good lock. He manages to open a door to one of these office rooms, whichever one he was ending up opening. You said just offices. I don't know which office door you were trying to open.
The city one of the city council members, whichever one either seemed the most important or probably just the first one listed in every record.
Well, Helfer is alphabetically superior to the others, so you would have gone into Humberto Helfer's room, the oil magnate slash philanthropist.
Wow, you raked the lock once and it opened. That's impressive.
Yeah, he did something there. He's turning more Malkavian. It's the world's just doing things in his favor. He's going to go ahead and check for any information on this the inspector that shows up nowhere else in any of the records.
Well, there definitely is within the filing cabinet, which isn't locked. You know, a whole concrete series of so much of the information that they go through. It would take a lot of time to try to sift through everything. Go ahead and give me wits plus investigation to simulate these hours of how many hours would Joseph like to try to spend in this office room?
He's doing it just for obvious things. He doesn't want to be here for a very long time. He doesn't want to search through records. He wants to see if there's oh hey, there's a Rolodex of people's names, or there's a file of people of city officials that the guy needs to keep track of, or something like that. If there's nothing like that, if there's
In that
nothing
case,
obvious, no.
There's nothing obvious pertaining to Houston Pieklo.
Yeah, the guy has a Rolodex.
Guy does have a Rolodex, and it has go through like a name of other like city type official things. You know, your deputy inspector who covers the precinct that oversees flushing, the other council members, their office numbers, and all sorts of other things, but nothing pertaining to Houston Pieklo.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be getting anything here. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to leave any record, and the longer he stays here, the more.
It does end up being a post-it note, apparently, a little short sheet of information where apparently perhaps he was jotting to himself. Guy called about the church in downtown Flushing that was condemned. Said to meet him after 7 p.m. What's up with that guy? Why, he had all the time in the world to meet with us. Why now is he coming forward? After our office hours, no less. And there's a few question marks off to the side, like he jots to himself.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, that gives him enough of a thing with him to guess what he's got to do next. He'll make sure to lock the door behind him. Make sure he leaves no fingerprints. Glove fibers are probably impossible he'd be impossible to get rid of. He'll try to make sure there's nothing he left. Didn't move any post-it notes or anything like that, and if he did, he'll put them back, lock the door behind him, and just walk out the front. Hood still down.
Okay, Joseph is able to do just that.
Once he's out and walking, he'll give up another call to the city council, and he'll leave this message. I'm sorry, it appears that you may have not gotten my message, or you may not have seen my predicament. I was just informed of these happenings, and I am very concerned for my church. I want to get in contact with you as quickly as I can to do the best I can to help this community. If I'm given only 2 weeks notice that my church is being condemned, I don't know what I can do. Concerned priest.
Yep.
Trying to help the community. I can't think of anything else he needs to say other than I don't know what to make of these reports. Some of these pictures and photos do not appear to be of my church. And talking with my community, talking with my congregation, I've heard absolutely no complaints similar to this. I'm willing to do anything it takes to get this cleared up as quickly as possible, so that I can go back to helping the community as quickly as I can. That said, I am extremely busy with community service all hours of the day, and it's only possible to meet for me to really receive calls sometime past 7 or 8. Now, one of my what's the term? One of my junior pastors can receive you during the day, but to speak to me directly, I'm out all hours of the day helping the community. And to speak to me directly, it'd have to be sometime after hours. I'm sorry about that, but I spend so much time working that it's impossible for me to stop that. I think that's the whole message you want to leave, and he'll leave that with, again, all 5 of them.
Okay. All right. David, you've gone through your footage. Doesn't look like anyone's tampered with the door.
Well, that's good. In that case, he's going to get showered, get dressed, and go have a snack.
Okay. Joseph, what did you wish to do now after leaving those messages?
Feeding. One from herd, one from just doing the same thing, looking around, talking to people about the church, and just waiting for a moment to be alone with someone.
Okay. Go ahead and do the willpower roll for your herd first. Success, and go ahead and make a charisma plus empathy. It's not as late in the night as it was, so we'll go ahead and say roll back, difficulty. Enchanting voice
Success.
lowers the difficulty by 2, right?
Yeah,
Is that what it
I
does?
got a 10 and no ones.
Oh, well. You win. Go ahead and make your willpower roll. Well, there you go.
Yeah. Now he's to full blood.
Oh my god. David, go ahead and hunt. You're ugly. Difficulty 2 for your sort of spelunking thing. Not spelunking, skulking.
Spelunking.
Spelunking for something, alright.
Totally makes sense, right? Alright, you're a WinRAR. See what the hours involved there would sort of be around 1 a.m. Marcus was wandering around the Majestic. Yeah, looks like a dilapidated building with a lot of history involved here, and definitely has a lot of human refuse in it. You know, some graffiti marks, what have you, of basically, you know, hobos basically coming to the place and, you know, hunkering down in to try to protect themselves from the elements and what have you. This is the building that should have been condemned, though, not the church.
What? Does it look like there's any place I could theoretically, you know, an office space that I could turn into a makeshift home?
Sure.
I mean, I know it's like there's gotta be like a place that's like light, tight, and stuff like that.
Projector room would probably be good.
Place that doesn't have windows, you could definitely find those in a former theater.
Yeah, I'm just basically gonna continue wandering around here, see if I find anything of interest for a while. Then after that, I'm probably gonna head out and put on a show tonight because I've been doing enough of that.
That's right, you did say you were in the process of going to do that, so I suppose you'll show up fashionably late to the show?
As always.
Right. And Byron.
I've just been feeding for however long it is. So 2-3 hours, something like that.
Go ahead and make 2 hunting rolls for me then at difficulty 2.
Helps if I click the right button.
Plox K-lol THX by.
Yeah, and I already got the roll anyway. Even one died, but I finished it up anyway in case I failed.
Okay, you look good. Okay. And perhaps everyone in the coterie will now spend the rest of the evening doing nothing but hunting and playing a show.
Actually, no. After that 1 hour of hunting, I'm going to want to call up Byron.
Okay. Byron is called after after finishing his latest conquest.
Yeah. Hey, it takes his mind off being almost burned to death. So, says, man, I gotta change this piece of crap ringtone. What's up?
Hey, what are the current plans for the Majestic?
Well, we were gonna slowly try to refurbish it, I think, as it went along. Why?
Do we have someone on board yet to oversee the refurbishing?
I don't even think we've gotten to that point yet. I mean, Evelyn's overseeing it now, but we don't have a dedicated person.
I think we kind of need one. Evelyn's busy enough as it is, don't you think?
Yeah, especially the past night or so. She's gotten a lot of stuff dumped in her lap. Yeah, well, how do you want to go about finding someone?
I think that when you've got time, you could ask Evelyn to put a classified ad out looking for someone who's experienced with management, especially theater management, with a passion for cinema. You know, get someone good to oversee it.
All right. We'll see how much our budget can afford on that. I'll definitely get back to you and see what kind of results we get.
All right. The idea is that whoever we hire on to oversee the refurbishing will end up being the theater manager, obviously.
Right. That makes very, very much sense. Yeah, and I would advise one of us get to be friends with this person. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, I'm actually in the market for an assistant.
Fair enough.
I could use someone with a more normal face to help.
Seems reasonable enough. I will get Evelyn on it ASAP.
All right. Thanks, Byron.
No problem.
And then he's going to, go to Prospect Park, go see his therapist, Nosferatu stuff.
Yes, Nosferatu stuff. So is Byron going to be doing Ventru stuff and Marcus Toreador stuff and Joseph Malkavian stuff?
Yeah, I mean, Byron is just going to feed, let's see, he's at 7. At least 3 more times, I would say, to get up to 13 if he succeeds. And then he's going to head back to Evelyn's place, and he's going to leave a note to the effect of what David said, and he's going to leave it, on her purse or somewhere where she'll notice it when she gets up.
Okay, you can go ahead and make 3 more hunting rolls then. These will be at difficulty 3 due to the very early morning period of time now. Difficulty 3 and you still succeed. Everyone's a winner.
Yeah, Joseph's not doing Malkavian stuff because he made his rolls, but he's going to actually be checking to see the addresses of those 5 people.
Well, they don't have them directly listed. Like, they don't want you to exactly go there to their house with your council problems. That would be like, listing the judge's addresses so you can go and kill them, right?
Yeah, but it shouldn't be, at least for a couple of them, it shouldn't be too difficult to do it.
They're in the white pages, yeah. They can be found.
Yeah, he just wants to note those down if no one contacts him tomorrow.
So Malkavian shit.
No Malkavian shit, he made his rolls.
To be fair, my supposed Nosferatu shit is seeing a therapist and hanging out with gangrels.
I mean, I am the closest to a clan stereotype right now. I'm hanging out with humans.
So, it's Malkavian shit insofar as my stuff is Nosferatu shit.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to do his Malkavian shit. He doesn't. He made his rolls. He's okay for the night. He's no Malkavian-ness right now. Tomorrow night might be a whole different thing.
Okay. That might take everyone else's turns. Marcus, some point when you're in the middle of your gig, perhaps in between songs, you sort of pause and take a reflection on yourself. You're actually a little bit hungrier than what you thought you were. You are 1 blood point short.
Okay, I must have not fed enough last night. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I mean, I'm still pretty good. I'm still good on blood. It's just awkward.
Okay, yeah, but other than that, everything's okay.
For the most part, just a little weirded out.
Anything else that your characters wish to do on this eve turn morning?
Polish his gun.
No. Oh, go ahead.
No, just making it just say polish his gun.
Yeah, Byron, one thing that occurred to me actually an hour or so ago, does Byron remember Valentine's phone number? Because it was only in his phone, and that note or the card he got is probably burned to ashes.
Give me an intelligence check.
Nope.